Tough times never last, but tough people do. Robert H. Sculler.
I mean, she was a shock, it was my first one. I was 36 years old.
I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing to the glory that will be revealed within us. Romans 8:18.
It wasn't certain that I was an uncle because Ebony's mom had not told anybody that Kenny was a father until after she was born.
Who and what you become in life is just a sum total of all of your experiences, good or bad, and how you responded to them.
She was almost a year old before I even saw her. He brought her over and she had this red hair. And she was a crying baby. She cried a lot. And so Tanya would come over with the baby. And I remember once she said to me, if anything ever happened to me, I would like for you to have Ebony.
It's family, friends, and strangers that love us and care for us, that fuel us on our journey and help us keep our visions alive. Here is just a tiny portion of some of my earlier experiences.
One night, I got a call from my friend Sue I had living out the block. She called me and told me she was around the corner, sitting on the stoop by herself. And I knew what was around the corner. This is all this time that I was trying to get Tanya to admit to me that she was doing drugs. And she wouldn't admit it. But why is the baby sitting around on the corner on the crack house on the stoop? It wasn't the first time she did that. One day Ebony called me on the phone and talked to me and her talking for almost an hour. And I said, well, put your mother on. She said, Mommy not here. I said, what do you mean? Mommy been gone. I said, so where you at? She in the house. She left the girl with the girl next door in there because Ebony's friend was a couple years older. She left both of them in the house, Ebony and her little friend Janice, while she was in the house with some tricks she had in the house.
I was kind of angry at her.
My being abandoned and abused doesn't define me. What I'm able to accomplish and contribute to this world in a positive way will define my life.
They rent a shelter.
I was really afraid when we moved into the shelter because I felt like if I didn't eat really fast, I would lose my food.
So Tanya left Ebony with some woman that was in the shelter and just took off for the weekend.
One day, me, my mom, we were sitting in the room that the shelter I gave us, and she said she and her friend went out and said, we'll be right back, we're just going to the store. She left me, a lady next door was supposed to babysit me. So I went over there. I didn't bring any clothes because I thought my mom was coming right back. So all the clothes were locked up in the room. I had no clothes, no toothbrush, no comb, no nothing. And that day I had felt like I was just left on the terrain all by myself in a big ocean and a whole bunch of little fish, and I'm just the littlest fish in there, and I'm just drowning. So I had nothing. So the people there had to buy me a new toothbrush, a new comb, a new brush, and everything. They spent most of their money on me when I got there, and I felt like the woman was my mother because she treated me like a mother. When my dad came to pick me up that day, I was really scared and nervous that I was going to have to go into a foster home. Like my big sister Maxine, she's been in a foster home all her life.
But I made it there about 15 minutes before ACS showed up.
Somebody had told me that that my dad was here to pick me up, so I had ran out the daycare center with about half of my stuff. My mom, her stuff, they threw all her stuff away. So when I saw my dad, I just ran up to him. He hugged me, he kissed me, and everything. And I was just excited to go live with him and his fish.
And I'm asking you to become a part of my journey to becoming who I aspire to be by simply making a small contribution to my college education.
She's like a little teacher. She wanted, a little mother to little kids, I was told that her teacher would let her sit up front and teach the other little kids.
I remember when I was 3 years old and I was reading in front of the teacher, And the teacher was just amazed at a 3-year-old like me could read. How was you?
We tend to like to support people who are smart, have charisma, and have a lot of potential. She has a lot of potential.